49 million Americans live in food insecure households, including nearly 16 million children. 1 in 4 children and 1 in 5 adults are at risk for food insecurity in Metro Detroit. Philanthropy is something Bloomfield Hills students have luckily been exposed to, since historically we have been a community that gives back. One of our district's guiding principles is that learners are connected to the world outside the school. Empty Bowls helps facilitate this goal.
I think that Empty Bowls is a great idea because kids are using art to convey a message, and I really think that all the kids that we have in our class, they go home knowing that they're going to get food and that they're going to get dinner, but then when you leave art class, you think about all the kids who really do have empty bowls, and it really conveys a message within you, and it stays there.
Potter John Hardum is fighting hunger with clay and a kiln.
Because potters, this is what they do. They make bowls, they make pots, using what you know to be able to make a difference in your community.
It started as a project for Hardum's high school art class. Students made bowls and invited people to a meal benefiting a food drive.
We surprised the staff members and asked them to keep their bowl as a reminder of all the empty bowls in the world. And it was that moment that really started Empty Bowls, because the room went totally silent. The day was so powerful. We just didn't want to see it end.
Hardum and his wife Lisa now help others organize similar events to raise money for local hunger relief charities. Artists donate handcrafted bowls for each event. For a donation, people pick out a bowl and share a simple meal and keep their bowl.
Knowing that some kids don't have access to food or that they have to worry about when or where their next meal may be really breaks my heart.
Knowing that the bowl I crafted is being used to raise money for people without food is very empowering.
Hi, West Hills Middle School. My name is Mark Burke. I'm the Senior Director of Major Gifts for Forgotten Harvest. We want to thank you so much for having us included in your Empty Bowls fundraiser. We're thrilled to be part of this 25th celebration that you're doing, because it's also our 25th anniversary that we've been here. So Forgotten Harvest is a food rescue organization, and we're actually the largest and most efficient in the United States. And what does that mean? It means that we rescue fresh, perishable food that would otherwise go to waste. We pick up from Kroger's and Trader Joe's and Whole Foods and Target and all the grocery stores in the area, and we deliver it to 280 agencies throughout the Tri-County area to people who don't have enough food to eat. The fact of the matter is that 1 in 5 adults and 1 in 4 children don't know where their next meal is coming from. Forgotten Harvest is that lifeline to these people to make sure that they have fresh, perishable food that they otherwise would not have access to. We are absolutely touched that you wanted to include us in your fundraiser. The fact of the matter is that every dollar donated to Forgotten Harvest, we're able to provide 5 meals for people who don't have enough to eat. So we couldn't do this without people like you. We're so thankful, and good luck on your fundraiser tonight. Thanks.
6 days a week, sometimes 7, 80 to 100 volunteers suit up and get ready for a unique volunteer experience at Forgotten Harvest that will help bring us one step closer to our dream of ending hunger in Metro Detroit. During the growing season, our volunteers make the trip to Forgotten Harvest Farms to get back to nature and do the heavy lifting required to get our farm fresh produce to the tables of those in need of food. Without our rescue team volunteers, our 34 Forgotten Harvest trucks won't roll. And if our trucks don't roll, the 1 in 5 people who face hunger in Metro Detroit won't eat. The Forgotten Harvest Rescue Team represents everything that is good about our community. We need your help. Join us today.
In research recently published by Harvard Business School, giving to others promotes happiness, enhances your sense of purpose, and increases your satisfaction with life.
So over the holidays for Thanksgiving, my church put together this thing where we made baskets and delivered them with a bunch of food in it to people who couldn't afford it. This made me feel really good that I was doing something good, but it made me realize that there's people that are struggling that we need to help.
I volunteered at Forgotten Harvest, and I packed bags so that people could put food in it. It made me sad to think about the people who don't have food. I hope you get a chance to volunteer there.
As light comes over this Livingston County farm and a new day dawns, Fresh ideas are being harvested from fields of possibility.
Thank you guys for coming out today. We really appreciate it.
This is no ordinary farm, and these workers are no ordinary farm hands.
We have monster, gigantic, huge zucchini that is out in our field right now. You're going to see the most amazing zucchini you've ever seen in your life today.
This farm is just a magical place. It's a place where the entire community is welcome to come in and help their neighbors in need.
The farm is part of the ongoing mission of Forgotten Harvest, the largest food rescue operation in the nation. Susan Goodell is the president and CEO.
The challenges that hungry families face is that they have very limited dollars with which to feed themselves and their families. And so by buying some of the cheapest foods available, which tend to be high-fat, high-sugar foods, they're able to stretch their dollars, but what it does to them, to their bodies, is really unconscionable. People really need to have a healthy diet of fresh meats, dairy, fruit, vegetables, and with this farm, we're able to provide those fruits and vegetables that our families need but can't afford.
Susan visited a farm in Israel and came home to Detroit with a new idea: use a workforce of community volunteers to plant, tend, and harvest fresh fruits and vegetables that would provide nourishing options for those in need. They found a small plot of land in Macomb County and started to till the soil. It soon became clear this big idea to serve a big need would require a much bigger farm. Nora Maroon had the answer.
This is our family farm. It's called Orr Creek Farm. It's been in our family for 50 years.
Nora donated the use of her family's 100-acre farm to Forgotten Harvest in memory of her beloved grandmother, who taught Nora about giving back when she was just a young child.
When I would go and visit her, often we would be hanging clothes out on the line or doing a chore, and a knock would come on the door. And it was somebody that was hungry. And she would open her door, invite them in, and then ask me to set the table. And she would prepare a hot meal for them. And while they were eating, we packed a lunch and put it in a little brown bag with a cord around it. And when they left, we said a prayer that tomorrow they would find someone that would open their door. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I thank you from Forgotten Harvest to share. This farm could never, ever be without you and you and you and you.
I love art and being creative. Knowing that my artwork, something I enjoy, is going to help others is really cool. It makes me wonder what else I can do to help out. I volunteered at a senior living community, and it felt good because I was with a bunch of people that needed help doing things like walking and making food for themselves. I recommend giving back because it's a good thing to do, and we have the ability to do it in our community.
We think it's important to give back because not everyone is as fortunate as us. And it's better, you'll feel better when you give them what you get.
I started a charity called Projects for Smiles, where students at West Hills, they make projects and then we give them to the local children's hospital. And I feel even better when I deliver them than I think that people feel when they get the projects.
Hi, I went to a place with my dad to serve some sandwiches and chili for the homeless because I felt happy when I left and I think that I was happy because I got to walk away thinking that there would be some people that got to eat meals. Like, I am more fortunate to have a meal every day, where some people can't have a meal every day.
I know how grumpy I get when I don't eat. I can't focus on my schoolwork. I become distracted and really unpleasant. I can imagine sitting through morning after morning, not having access to food for breakfast. I really would not be a good student or friend.
Seeing my parents volunteer makes me want to get involved. They are busy with work and raising us, but seeing that they take time out to give back shows me the importance of helping others.
Hi, we feel very fortunate to be living in the Bloomfield community. Any community is only as strong as the people who live and work there, and we derive a lot of satisfaction from our volunteerism.
I volunteer at the Pontiac Alcott Elementary School.
And I help out at Habitat for Humanity. We feel it's important for people to give back to the community in their own unique ways with their own unique abilities.
According to the United Way, adults who began volunteering as children are twice as likely to volunteer as those who did not when they were younger. Empty Bowls has really been about character building and having the students take action through their art making. It's more than an individual project. They're realizing their efforts can make a difference in others' lives. It's been really special to watch. Dinner this evening was generously provided by Leon's Cafe and Craft, La Marza, Ellen's Bakery and Cafe, and the Muslim Unity Center.